Well, good morning. I'm Marvin Entel from the Churchyard Inn, and one of the proprietors, and this is my wife, Linda Entel, who is the main force and innkeeper at the inn. The Churchyard Inn was established in June of 1995. It has been in operation for 20 years. It has had Linda for the first 7 years as the innkeeper, and Marvin as the butler or helper to the innkeeper. I'm still the butler at the inn and the helper to Linda, who is the main force. Just to give you a little bit of history of this bed and breakfast, it was originally a priest's house, then converted to a convent. It was constructed in 1905. It's a solid brick masonry building. The building was completely renovated, wiring, plumbing, bathrooms and so on added in 1994 through into 1995. The property sits next to the St. Boniface Church, and next to St. Boniface Church is the priest house that is no longer used as a parsonage, but all three of these properties are on the National Historic Register. Basically all that means is that the federal funds cannot be used to tear the building down. It does not mean that you can't make some modifications and so on, but you have to preserve the original appearance of the building as much as possible. We have added to the building a accessible bathroom and bedroom, which was required by the state. We have all the licenses, the transit accommodation license issued by the state. We are also a USDA approved commercial kitchen, so you can do all kinds of activities out of this property, like catering for weddings that could be held on the grounds, or even doing outside work. And now I'll tell Linda to tell a little bit about the breakfasts and so on, and the work associated with. And it's more of a home than it is even though it's a large bed and breakfast, it's still a home, and very much respected by guests as a private facility.
Well, my role is being a chef, not really, but I am the cook. And I serve two different dishes almost all the time, and the guests don't seem to mind that. They don't get it when they're home, so I've apologized for that, but they say, no, we love it. So I kind of do that. I do the books for the inn, but in the back, where Marvin was talking about the addition, we also have what's called the carriage room. And when we have a full house, we can have 20 people. And so we cannot get them in the original dining room, so that's where breakfast is served buffet style, as the video will show. And people love it back there. They're freer to move around, and they intermingle a little better. And so I'm really happy that we're using that. And that room is also used for birthday parties, anniversaries, and things like that. We used to do weddings, set up for weddings and things like that. We don't do that anymore due to our age. And so we have a venue in Colton that does the weddings, and of course the church, and we get the guests from those weddings, and that is very nice. They refer to us a lot.
My name's Larry Schreck. My wife and I, Sherry, live in Wenatchee, Washington, and we love Washington State University, and we love coming to Uniontown to the Churchyard Inn. We've been doing so for the last 5, 6, 7 years. Every home football game we schedule ahead with Marv and Linda, and it's just an incredibly wonderful, warm feeling. It's a home away from home. It's so comfortable, the food is so good, and the hospitality is wonderful. And we love this little town. It's got a bakery, and it's got 2 or 3 antique shops and an artist barn. It's a lovely place to come. Football weekends in Pullman are really crowded and busy, and this is just so quiet and peaceful. We're right out here next to the wheat fields. I can go out on the deck here and look out over the wheat fields in the morning, have a cup of coffee, and it's just a fabulous place to come. And we've met so many friends here. It's like a family reunion every Cougar football weekend, and it's the hospitality. The food is amazing, and just the warmth of this place. Used to be a nunnery here for this amazing Catholic church, which is right next door, which every guest needs to go and look into that Catholic church next door. I love history. I'm a history teacher, retired history teacher, and I love the history of small towns, and it's such a wonderful feel, and it's much more economical than the hotels and motels in Pullman, which the prices are increased on football weekends. This is much more affordable, and the breakfasts are wonderful. And so my wife and I just love this place, and we're looking forward to many more years here at the Churchyard Inn. And go Cougars!
Wanting someone to definitely run it as a bed and breakfast for the community. It's the only service facility in the community where you have accommodations for overnight stays. And we're hoping that our realty agent is able to get the property to someone that will appreciate it and move it forward.
This is also a tax shelter, really. You have write-offs all the time of things, and we have our food bought by the people that stay here. We don't buy our food. We don't pay for insurance or any of the heating or any of that. So it is a definite advantage.
Yeah, you live free, so to speak, at someone else's expense, insurances and so on. And as you review the books and so on, we certainly are happy to visit about any questions that prospective buyers may have. Thank you.